Hello, my beautiful people. It's Marbird, and welcome to the BST. I have a channeled title for you, and it is How Are You Shocking Other People? And what they find intimidating. And I accidentally wrote that twice in a row. It was kind of like a stutter with my writing, and I feel like it's like doubly intimidating about you. That's not a word, but it's what it feels like. Yeah, so we're going to jump into this. They wanted me to use the Mystical Shaman deck, which is always a heavy hitter. So, oh my goodness, I got to stretch my legs. All right. Oh, I'm already. Oh, okay. And then I was like, okay, well, I was grabbing this deck and my hand hit this deck and this card flipped over. And I was like, okay, we're using it. We're rolling with it. This is how I roll. This is how I roll. It's justice in reverse. So the first group of people, I feel that people were convinced that you were like not as cool or as high vibe, not cool, but as like you're a facade, like you're not for real, like your real personality. And I feel like they have just learned through maybe word of mouth and being around you, know that like you're actually the real thing. And I think people were kind of waiting around to see you get like your karma, and they're getting the karma that they thought you should have. I think people are starting to realize that they might be the problem. And then there's another group here that people feel like that know that you are, yeah, I've got to look at this again. I'm like, I don't want it to go away. How you're shocking other people is that, yeah, that you're not giving them their energy. You're not, I'm not going to mix my karma in with you any longer. And people are not used to people being comfortable with walking away, right? Detachment is a beautiful thing. If you can detach very easily, it's very easy to not. The last reading was the manipulative one. You can't be manipulated because you can detach, right? And so if you're able to walk into, yeah, I have a Venus, an Aquarius. My Venus is an Aquarius, so I am the queen of detachment. I'm just built that way. Always have been, and so except for my marriage, but that's a whole different story. I haven't been like this cool, but I'm just saying, like, when you have when you are comfortable with being disliked or somebody thinking whatever it is, and it's like, okay, they have their reality, I have mine. I can't change them. The only thing I can do is remove myself from the situation, or I deserve whatever I get for hanging around. I mean, that's just really, it's like calories in, calories out. You want to lose weight, take the fork out of your mouth or put it in your mouth with less calorie dense foods, which is what I do. I'm getting all preachy. Yeah. I There's a lot of people that really have something to say. And look at I'm like, they have something to say to you, right? You're shocking them because you didn't give them an opportunity to talk back. You didn't give them an opportunity to stick the knife in and wiggle it around. You didn't give them that chance to. It's like they can't play their games with you. You cut them off at the pass. You nipped it in the bud, and people are just like, and you probably called them out at the same time while doing it, right? I feel I'm in your energy right now. You're a spitfire. You just talk back. You talk back and you bite back. I like it. I am so in your energy right now. How are you shocking people? This is the shocking card. Oh, yeah. The blade of truth coming out in reverse. You can see through their lies from a mile away, right? Body language, like how people change. You see all the patterns and stuff like that. Like you can just, or you're just intuitive and you're claircognizant, or you get around them and you get visions of, you know what I mean? Like people, oh yeah, this is not you. Oh, this is you. Yeah, you're willing to observe. You stay neutral. You don't give people, you're shocking them because they can't shake you. Why? Because you trust your instinct when someone's lying to you. You trust it. Like this came out very, very in the reverse. This was like, I know when someone's lying to me. Human lie detector. right? You can feel it. You can feel maybe whatever it is. Everybody, every psychic, every empath is different with like your body and how it tells you. Like, with mine, I'm like, you can't, I get near you and I feel this. It happens with all of you, the people that take, right? So, but you don't tell people that. You stay on you keep your gifts. Again, I feel like I'm talking to a collective of people that, have mastered their sensitivities and are no longer triggered, right? They have, or I'm saying no longer, but I'm saying so much less triggered. They've healed, right? And if you can't trigger somebody, here's the thing: is people are like, I get so triggered. That means you can be controlled. 48 Laws of Power. Go read it. If you can be triggered, if saying the president's name in either one of them, and you can spin out, like, I can control you. If I say, a former president's name and you're like huffing and puffing and whatever, that means that you can be controlled. Like, handle your emotions. If you can watch somebody, or somebody could say a sentence to you and you spin out, like, and you let your like, that is, you know, you can't, like, I'm just gonna step out of that. How are you shocking people? I'm like, I'm so in your energy right now, and I just want to jump down somebody's throat right now. Yeah, you are a firecracker. Yeah. Oh, and you're magic. What did I tell you? What did I tell you? You are magic. Your intuition. You use your superpowers for good, and not necessarily for bad, but to protect yourself and to protect the people that you love. Right? You have mastered, and I say not fully mastered, but you have mastered your emotions. You have mastered your gifts enough to believe in them and know that you're magic and know that nobody else, it doesn't matter if anybody else believes you're magic. The universe has shown you the magic over and over and over and over, right? And you're out and proud with it, and people cannot handle the fact that you can see when they're lying, right? People that have been lying to people all of their lives. And some people felt it and they knew it, but they just played the game. It's what we do. And you lie to me, and then we have makeup sex, and whatever it is that you got going on. People are willing to let other people get away with things and you aren't. Why? Because you're magic. You're like, I'll take my magic elsewhere. Ta-ta. That's how you shock other people. They're also shocked because they realize that you are magic. I feel like you're a natural channeler. You might say things to people and you're like, how did that fall out of my mouth or whatever? Like, I didn't mean to tell them that story or something. You are dropping gems. The universe is working through you. And when people get a little weirded out with the word channeling, but it is being like a channel, like being on a radio station, and you tap into it and it comes out, and it's like being a basketball player and being in flow, or being a swimmer, or doing anything, an artist and being in flow, and you can paint for 8 hours. And that's what this is. It's the same thing. I'm just doing it verbally. And that's why we have all this beautiful art, because it triggers your subconscious. I feel like I'm trying to explain it because somebody, you might be getting freaked out about it when you start naturally, like, or like not remembering what you said, or maybe you just started a YouTube channel and you're just like, what's going on? And I just look for all my little baby psychics out there and all my baby channelers, my little flow theta state. I mean, there's a science to this. This isn't just woo. Like, I'm not a woo person. I'm a very logically or like I have very my right and left brain are very well developed, and um, I can come from a logical place, but I also do this, and so I receive, right? So, yeah, and it took me a very long time to accept that I'm magic, and to accept that I can read cards, and to accept that I have prophetic dreams, and to accept that nobody can take it away from me, and that's what's frustrating, right? Nobody, right? That's how you're shocking people, is like, you're magic, and so you're willing to take your magic away. People are not used to having consequences for their actions, right? They've been getting away with things, and people been letting them get away with things since birth, since they just are not comfortable, like not being able to, like, you shine a light on in the dark, right? People, and they come out and they come after you. You might be that person that you can't work with other, like in a regular work environment, because people come after you, because the people around them start changing, right? It's like you start affecting people and they start like really, and they're like on the, the U-boat, and they're like talking about you all the time, and they're starting to like create boundaries. The people that are attached to them are like, oh no, you're not changing. We like you just the way you are, right? The people that need the boundaries the most against are the people that have the biggest problem when you put boundaries up. So somebody need to hear that. I feel like this is like a straight channeling. Yeah, you are shocking people because your cutoff game is on point, my friend. Super sexy, super scary, and you may not have a lot of friends, and this is why. I want to encourage you. I'm going to get you Angels and Ancestors card because you're a badass. You're doing the damn thing. Shed old skin. Yeah. Everybody's pressed. Everybody's shocked. Everybody's intimidated because you're willing. It's like a snake, right? The snake here, it slides out of the skin. It's willing to leave that whole cast, it sheds its skin. You're willing to just move on, and you regenerate as you move on, and they're left in the dust, literal dust. You are ever changing, ever moving. You are on the right path. If you are still here with me and you feel like this resonates, the universe just wants to let you know this is incredible, incredible shadow work that you've done. And just thank you and bless you for letting me into your energy. And we'll see you next time. Bye.